Science fiction cinema is supposed to have a safe and well-known early history. Soon we will show you how a recent discovery will vaporize everything you thought about how sci-fi developed into nothingness.
What I think these new discoveries show in a very real sense is the juxtapositional context of early fantasy and indeed science fiction cinematography. It's really an outpouring of escapism from the very real poverty that most people in the early 20th century found themselves juxtaposed in the context of their socio-economic groupings.
In a discovery that will shock and rock the world of sci-fiction to its fundamental core, researchers have in recent years come across scant references to a missing, long-lost treasure of what we might call prehistoric sci-fi. A missing film tape that would blast all we know about sci-fi cinema into 1,000,000 fragments.
Henry's alive!
And then one day, last month, they tracked it down here in this quiet church on the outskirts of sunny Southampton, England.
So I was up in the attic with the female chaplain, and I was looking around some boxes, and came across this small tin. I thought, this is odd, I've never seen this before. Little tin about so big, and it had written on it, "Champion of Saturn." I thought, how odd. So I took it away, cleaned it up a little bit, and I thought, this is very interesting. So what I did was used it as a coffee mug holder, you know, like a little placemat, you know, on my table. I didn't want to get scratches on it. And then a couple of weeks passed. I thought, listen, what could this be? So I cleaned it up, got rid of the Nescafe stains, and I looked further, and underneath it, there's a little label, very small, not so big, that said Wallington Studios 1931. I thought, this is interesting. So I handed it into a film expert, and the rest is history.
But not even the Holy Father's special insight gave him any clues as to what he had found.
No one had any idea that the south of England was in fact abuzz in the early 30s with filmmaking, especially of this highly fantastic nature. As Jung said, the darkest recesses of the innocent mind are where the greatest devilry is done. Of course, the socio-political economic substratum within post-World War England was a community reeling within an oppressive class structure, and as Karl Marx implies, all cinema is ultimately a result of the opium of the people's struggle, as is referenced in the early video work of Duran Duran.
Though it has been a challenge, modern film restoration techniques have been able to put together some of what is undoubtedly one of the first examples of the classic science fiction serial, as exemplified by Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers, or King of the Rocket Men. But even more extraordinary than that is its country of origin. That's because Henry V, Champion of Saturn, was made in Wallington, Hampshire. The world's first classic science fiction serial is not American, it's British.
Once more into the force field, dear friends. Once more, we'll close the war up with our earthly dead. When the blast of a space war blows in our ears, then imitate the action of the Danubian death cat. Disguise fair nature for hard-favoured rage, and lend the eye a terrible aspect. Let it pry through the portage of your space hill, like the death ray cannon. On, you noble Earthmen! I see you standing like mechanical hounds in the slips, straining upon the start. The game's afoot. Follow your spirit, and upon this charge, cry, God for Harry, Earth and St. Gaia!
Well done, old man. Great speech, great speech. Bravo, old sport. Bravo.
Thank you. To your rocket ships. Good luck. God bless you. Thank you, Father. I must away to my spaceport, my love.
Its name tells the story. Shakespeare's historical play was filleted, swapped about, and liberally played with to fit a grand stellar battle between the brave Earthlings and the sinister Saturnians, led by their wizened king. Henry V, monarch of Earth, was played by the noted Shakespearean actor Tarquil MacTavish, the 6th Earl of Wolverhampton.
I think it's really interesting that we see the pre-democratising of postmodern British cinema during the 1930s, with the aristocracy reducing its own birthright in a pseudo-seeing through, just as we see in the early solo productions of Sting.
Henry, King of Earth, was faced by the lecherous Saturnian Emperor, played by the infamous French actor Jean-Pierre Lagauche from France, who had previously appeared in productions entitled Oua la soupe and C'est un grand schnoodel.
Long live Zang!
Long live Zang! Long live Zang! Long live Zang! Long live Zang! Long live Zang! Long live Zang! Long live Zang! Long live Zang! Long live Zang! Long live Zang! Long live Zang! Long live Zang! Long live Zang!
Emperor Zang had 2 seductive daughters, one named Princess Adora, and the other Princess Allura, portrayed by a then well-known burlesque dancer called Diana Golightly.
Father! Father, no!
Unleash the driller death snakes!
Hello, I'm Amber Mulholland, and I'm here with Professor Archibald Crossington Smythe at his home in Warburton Farms to discuss the newly discovered film entitled Henry V, Champion of Saturn. Good day, Professor Crossington Smythe.
Oh, please, my dear, call me Archibald.
This is a fantastic place you have here.
Oh, yes, I have a fantastic staff here, you know. We have over 300 gardeners.
What do you regard as the lasting contribution of Henry V, Champion of Saturn, to the later development of science fiction cinema?
Did I ever tell you the time when my father, they had this very small amateur production filming in the area. They used his farm, you know. Borrowed some of his Beretta shotguns to pretend that they were these ray gun things. Stupid bloody idea. You'd never find that in the bard. All that 10 gauge shotguns should be used for are killing squirrels. Both barrels. Boom, boom! Dead. No more squirrels.
Henry had a lie down, and he's feeling better?